Today, what are we doing? What have you got there?
A bowl.
And?
Scissors.
And we have a mulberry tree with mulberries in it. We're going to pick some.
There you go, just pick one. What's in there?
Let's go make some jam. All right, there is, like I say, about 4 cups of mulberries. Just going to turn the heat on. Sort of medium heat. I'm going to add, it's not measured, it's probably 1/4 cup of raw sugar, maybe just a touch more. Now that's going to heat up obviously, but what I'm going to do first, potato masher comes in handy for so many things. Just going to squash them. Some people will take the berries out, the seeds out of mulberry jam. I can't see the sense in that myself. That's just me. But I am going to add to that a little bit of lemon juice. We haven't got any fresh lemons, have we?
No.
Okay. So, bit of lemon juice. Measurement, tablespoon, maybe a bit less. So I'm just mushing these up 90%, so there's a little bit of solid left, but that will melt down anyway. Get off, go on, get off. All right. Wash that so I don't get in trouble. Nice and clean. Now, with mulberries, if you've ever had them, they make a hell of a mess. They really do, if you're not careful. So just be careful. And you can walk away from this, but as it starts to boil and simmer, you've got to be there for it. So it's had a little bit of sugar, a bit of lemon. Now it's on medium-low to medium heat. We'll come back when it starts to bubble and squeak. Okay, you can see it's just starting to come to a bit of a boil. This is where you've got to be attentive. We'll keep boiling for about 20 minutes, I guess, maybe a little bit, just as long as it takes, basically, until it's reduced, thicker, and yummy. Now, I'm making homemade mulberry jam. I also started making some pasta for my homemade ravioli tonight. You'll see that video later. It's looking pretty good. But back to the mulberry jam. Well, it's been about 5 or 6 minutes since I started to reduce a bit now. But you've got to keep stirring it. Trust me. An unstirred pot with jam can be fatal. Another 10 or 15 minutes should be done. It's about the 10 or 11 minute mark. Still needs to reduce more, but it's going well. Looks like at the moment. We'll come back in about 10 minutes, near the end. Okay, we're coming up to about the 20-minute mark. I still want to reduce this a bit more, but you can see that a lot of the water is evaporating. That's the only thing evaporating. The flavour's not evaporating, just the water. So we'll give that another 5 minutes, see what it's like. Right, it's been 25 minutes, and these were so juicy and super ripe that there's extra liquid in them. So we're still just going to, as you can see, it's getting there. But I need to reduce it a bit more. Like I said, it'll take as long as it takes. That's how it really works. 35 minutes later. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. There was a lot of juice, as you can see now, we're just about there. But there's a proven method to work out if it's ready. Just get the spoon in there, turn it upside down, run your finger down, and if it doesn't mix, like I'm trying to show you there, doesn't mix or start running, that means your jam's finished. Okay? So like I say, give you an idea what it looks like at this stage. There's still a little bit of liquid, lots of fruit, but that's finished. So we'll turn off the heat, and believe me, I'm going to come back in about an hour because it's still going to be red hot in an hour, and I will then put it into a jar. That used to be a blackberry jam jar. Well, it's still going to be black, but it's going to be mulberry. The wife has sterilised this and the lid, so that will be our jam jar for the mulberry. But like I say, it's finished. Still got a little bit of liquid in there, but lots of concentrated fruit. But it's way too hot to mess around with. So we'll come back in about an hour, maybe even later. Okay, all right, so we went out for about an hour or so and we come back, and now we're looking at how that has solidified. You see that? Beautiful. I'm going to stick that in this sterilised jar. So that's homemade mulberry jam. You can make jam just about out of any berry, doesn't matter, and other fruits as well. Apricot, peach, you name it. But this method is really simple. Let me just take this back a bit and I'll get the rest of that out. That's everything I squeezed out of the pan. As you can see, it's thick, but not too sloppy and not too runny, and it tastes good. So that is homemade mulberry jam, and it cost us, I don't know, a squirt of lemon juice and about a very small handful of sugar, maybe 10 cents. Fresh produce can cost nothing. If you have been, thanks for watching.